No friction. No spark. Hello world, it's Paris Solomon here. Respecting, how are you doing? How was your week? What a time to be alive. Just come back from my swimming lesson and here I am with you guys ready for another episode of New to You / Don't Listen to the Numbers. If you're new here, the concept behind this content is that I'll play a song, not necessarily a song that's new and just released, but a song that was probably new to you. And it's probably new to you because it doesn't have that many plays on Spotify. It's not a well-known song, but I think we shouldn't be listening to the numbers before we press play on a song. We should be, approaching this with an open mind, pressing play, and then making a decision on whether the song's good or not. And in previous episodes, you can see underground gems that I've unearthed. And this week, it's probably the most personal, most vulnerable I've actually gotten. That's why people were going there already. There's a song that I discovered from an artist named Shocker, who's a well-known UK rap artist. If you're from the UK, you'll know who he is from Marvel days. And I was following his Instagram freestyles, his solo Instagram freestyles. He's very introspective and deep compared to when I was younger and I'd listen to the Kanye Wests and stuff like that and Jay-Z's, listening to their lyrics, looking for guidance and just a perspective that I could relate to. Shocker's kind of taken that step further. You listen to him and you can definitely learn something. His main mantra is trying to be vulnerable in his music, be authentic in his music, and you'll know from past episodes, authenticity is what I really go for when I'm listening. So I think that's an admirable perspective to take as an artist, especially a male artist, to be honest. And to be vulnerable about topics that aren't usually spoken about, that takes a lot of craft. So let's play this song and let's get into it. This song is called Haven't Spoken to Dad by Shocker.
Dad, we ain't spoken in a long time. So many things has happened. Look, Dad, we ain't spoken in ages. If my life was a book, you missed so many pages. You missed my performances on so many stages. You missed meeting the girl I could have engaged with. You missed the conversations that we could have engaged in, like how to be a man and how to treat a woman, the steps to life, the things that I should do and what I shouldn't, like how to drive a car, when I should use a condom. You could have been my best of friends, but you was long gone. I don't know, you're probably somewhere out there in Hong Kong, kicking it. I don't even know your whereabouts. And the saddest thing now is I don't hear about your name no more. It's like you don't exist. Erased from my memories, you become a myth. Probably started another family. If you ever hear this, don't be mad at me.
I spoke to you in a minute. I've been going through some changes. I've been going through some changes. I spoke to you in a minute. I've been going through some changes. I've been going through some changes.
Look, Dad, we ain't spoken in ages. I'm a grown man now, I've been through so many phases. In and out of mental homes, nobody could have planned it. My whole family's confused, they still don't understand it. Did you go through depression when you was in your adolescence? I know nothing about you, I've got so many questions. Is the bloodline cursed? Is there something you ain't telling me? Daddy, is my problems hereditary? My mother said that I should fly out and meet you, but I don't know what I'm gonna say when I greet you. I can't call you Dad, calling you Daddy's kinda weird. How can I call you Daddy when my daddy wasn't there? My daddy never cared, and I'ma be real about it. If you passed away today, I don't know how I feel about it. I just know I don't wanna turn out how you did. Have a child and leave them feeling clueless. The
I
truth is,
spoke to you in a minute. I've been going through some changes.
That was Shocker, Haven't Spoken to Dad. That song for me is a classic. You've, from my perspective, never heard that topic about a man that was estranged from his father as a boy, reflecting on it now in such an eloquent and articulate way. As you know, I'm very much a lyrics listener, and you know, I encourage you, you know, to take that one in a few more times. I don't think the lyrics are printed anywhere. I recommend all artists, you know, get your lyrics up for all your songs. It just adds another level of enjoyment to them, to the songs. You know, he's touching on just the lost potential. You could have been, you weren't. For me, I'm hearing like someone who's, you know, hasn't got the safety net, right, of that relationship with their parent. So they're free falling, right? And beautiful, eloquent song. And you know, I don't know if I should get this vulnerable on camera with YouTube, but wearing my musical hat and talking about how I love authenticity and artist music, why shouldn't I give you guys something authentic? And basically, when I heard this song, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I shed a few tears. Because it just came together. Not even a because, sometimes you don't know. You know, you don't know why. And that's art. This song has less than 1,000 plays as far as I can tell. Definitely has less than, you know, 5K. It's not showing up on Shocker's Spotify as one of the most played songs, and yet look how much impact that had on me. Sometimes artists can put stuff into words that you couldn't quite interpret or understand, and I think this is one of those songs. And you know, Shocker knows that. I told Shocker, I messaged him, gave him his flowers. I said, yo, this is, you know, this song, thank you. And by that time, it had been years since he'd made it. That song came out 2017, and that's the thing, timeless music, massive impact, eloquent. And you know, I guess if you haven't been that guy, that man specifically that's been estranged, or that person from your father specifically, because there's so many combinations you could have it. You could have it estranged from your mum, you could be a woman, so on and so forth. But you know, if you haven't had that, I would say, you know, a positive masculine energy in your life is absolutely essential. And you know, if you can't get it from your father for whatever reason, then you've got to hope that there's a village around you that will also provide that. And I think that's what's missing. And I'm not going to get on my soapbox, but we all know, you know, relationships don't work out for whatever reason. But then people kind of, you know, leave kids' innocent lives to bear the brunt of that, whether it's putting kids in care or, you know, not really having other almost backup role models. So yeah, positive masculine energy essential, positive feminine energy essential. Hopefully you can get it from your parents, but if not, I think we need more of a village. And I feel like that was my real, also deeper takeaway. Not the idea of what a father is, and what the idea of what you've missed out on, although Shocker obviously very eloquently touches on what he believes a father should be, and what wasn't delivered and what he was deprived of. But you know, my perspective is the village and the energy itself, because there are, you know, plenty of examples of people who didn't have that relationship with a father, but they had relationships with other people who didn't necessarily play a father figure all the time, but definitely gave them that guidance and positive energy. So yeah, that was Shocker, Haven't Spoken to Dad. Definitely rewind that, take that in again. It's one of the deepest songs, you know, I've ever heard, to be honest, in terms of that topic. It's a fantastic, eloquent window, and I am someone who can, you know, speak to that story. So if you're someone who's ever wondered on the emotional side, not the whole joining a gang or whatever side that people think on the surface happens to, you know, people who are estranged from their fathers, understand that, yeah, everyone has their story, and this is a rare glimpse into that. Alright, so that was Shocker once again, Haven't Spoken to Dad. Big up Shocker for that song. And guys, yeah, let me know, let's talk in the comments. I'll speak to you next time. Respect the ting. Came for me, 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 came for me. came for me, came for me.